Okay, so I went to the dollar store to get more plastic signs, the garage sale signs, and they didn't have any. And I was told that they don't control their stock, so they wouldn't be getting any back. And I was like, oh, I've lost my cheap supply of styrene is gone. So yeah, that was about 2 nights ago, and it actually ended up being a good thing. I was basically searching around where to find some styrene, and I thought, well, there's got to be a plastic wholesaler somewhere, and I found one in Toronto. And then I thought, well, if there's one in Toronto, there's got to be one in Hamilton. And so I searched the internet, and it came across, I think it's P&A Plastics on Main Street in Hamilton, Main and Walnut. And yeah, I got a whole 4x8 sheet of 20 thou. So it's 4 feet by 8 feet, 48 square feet for $21. So it's like gold mine as far as modelers are concerned. And so, yeah, I was able to cut out the entire back of my building, which is this guy. This is well, this is the back side of the building outside. It's going to be covered up. And this is the inside. So this is to mimic the insulation again. I have a video coming out that'll show how I did this. But I just wanted to go over the technique for the back of the building, actually, that will be the exterior. And so what I came down here tonight to do was to cut all these things up into individual tilt-up concrete panels from my solid sheet. And then I was going to glue them onto the back of that individually. And the whole point of actually, well, one of the points of putting this on the back of this panel was to actually stiffen it, because it's pretty flimsy aluminum and it'll be flapping around. So I wanted to glue this to the back of it to make it stronger and I guess straighter. So cutting these individual panels is actually going to be not too helpful for that, because it's going to be something like 13 individual panels, and it wouldn't add really much to the strength anyway. So then I thought, you've got a solid piece. Why not cut it? But I still want to make it look like individual panels. And so the solution I've come up with is to grab my broken number 5 blade, the tip's broken off, and I use the back side of that, and I just line up my straight edge metal ruler, and I make sure I score quite a deep trench right along my line here, and I keep going. And so this is a straight line, very thin, but it ends up being the guide for my blade. So now I flip the blade over and I use the actual blade side, and I line it up, and I scrape a V trough or a V groove very carefully using my straight edge, and I make the joint a V groove wherever I want. And I purposely started on the back wall in case I screwed up, so I can get good at this. Anyway, that's my V groove right there. And so it actually is a perfect join, because there is no join. And it's a V groove like you would see on a tilt-up concrete wall. And if I want to make it deeper, I just keep going. And make sure I line up, and I put my blade against the ruler and just press down and scrape. And so there, you got a nice shadow reveal, nice texture, and it's a single piece, so I only have to glue one piece on the back. Anyway, that's my discovery for tonight, and I'm going to do the back wall, and I got to do the 2 side walls, and then I'm going to glue the walls onto the floor, and it's actually going to look like a building next time you guys see it. So take care, have a good evening.